It, from today, array part, the basic array, what is array, how can declare array, how can initialize array, what is the way to use array, how to store value in array, how to retrieve value from array. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
from just you both list down all the topics which you want to cover from this course, and so that I can just make some sequence, and in sequentially we can start one by one. Okay, today is the first lecture, so I am going as per your request. Okay, both are you
Okay.
agree to start with the array?
Yep.
Yes.
Like, sir, there is one more topic I forgot to share with you. It's inheritance.
Yeah, I'll cover all the topics which you want, right? Just you
I,
note down all the list, okay? One
all
by
right.
one. This lecture will going continue on the daily basis. So we have to cover. We have lots of times. We have covered lots of things. I know Java. Just I introduce first myself. I am Ajay Nirankari, and I am working with the Java technology since 2004, you can say, and I'm more than 17 to 18 plus year of experience, uh, basically in Java technology. So with
Okay.
So,
the since Java 4, I'm started working on. So I know Java 4, Java 5, Java 6, Java 7. May I know what is the latest version of Java? You know?
In
it's
Java
Java
API
9. It's Java, I think so, 9.
8.
Okay. So you are very, very behind the concept of the Java. Java 8 and Java 9 last 10-year concepts. Now Java 17 is going on the market. Okay. Java 8 and 9 is very old concept. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Latest release are Java 17. Whatever currently I am using in my editor, Java 17. Okay. Java each 6 month release one new version, and each 3 year Java releasing the production version. Okay, so Java 8 is the production version. Next production version of Java was the Java 11, and now the latest production version is a Java 17. So as well, you know, uh, Java is
Okay.
office uh, Java is officially uh, supported by, yeah, released by the Oracle as a company, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oracle is the currently owner of our Java programming language. Before Oracle's, this is a Sun Microsystem. If you know, the Java 8 was released by Sun Microsystem, but Java 11 and Java 17 was released by Oracle system, right? Yes. Any
Like
question?
the Java installed in our laptop is, I think so, 8 point something. So that was recommended by our university.
Okay, that's great. University always learn behind the industries. No problem. I'll go with all the basic concept with respect to the Java 8. I have a more comfortable. I'm not an issue. Okay, but you should aware what is the current version of Java going on, right? You should know.
Yes.
If you are learning something, that means you should some know about the basic, about the history, right? Java is the one of most popular language in the industries. Millions of people, mostly software retains in the Java language. Okay, so that is a
Okay.
very good opportunity. Both of you are going to learn those languages which are very popularly used in the industries while developing applications. Right?
Yep.
Good things. Just again, let's today start the lecture part so that the theory is
Yes.
all, and then you can get some familiarity. Uh, Whatever code I am writing, my editor, currently I am using the Java 17, but you don't worry, all the codes I am going to write can work on your laptop as well as. Okay,
Okay.
so let us start Let me share my screen. My screen is visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, great.
Oh,
This would be good anytime you have something in your minds, please ask me. Don't wait until our session will close. Okay?
Yep.
This is
I
always
just
help. Yes.
just want to ask what's written in the first line, like the package com.gl.
Yeah. Currently, you don't worry about this. This is packaging just like a Java folder. You know what is the window and folder?
Yeah.
You know what is a
And
folder in a
yep.
computer system? Yes.
folder is a collection of files.
Yes, this is the in the if I'm using the window machine. So in the window machines, like this is like C drives and D drives, right? So in the C drive folders, there are lots of packages here, right? So similarly, look like this is nothing, just where my applications are stored. Okay, this Java code where is stored. Okay, nothing
Okay.
else. I'll in package is a one concept in the Java. I'll surely explain in the future video whenever we are going to touch this section. Okay. Till now, just you assume okay, this is open in Explorer. So look like this is my Explorer. So this is my Java application. Look, this is my workspace. In workspace, we have a multiple project like so there one project Java. Java contain the Java apps. Then SRC. This is the main. From main, this is the Java project. We have a com.gl. The com is the one folder contain GL by Global Logic company name, and we have created some lots of classes. So what I think I'm just creating one sample at Java, right? Nothing.
Okay.
Sample Java available. Com is at the GL folder. This class is available. If you figure out here, com.gl and this is the sample.java, right?
Yep.
As per you just know, uh, package is just like a folder structure where your Java source code file going to store, right? If we have options, you can write any class without package name or with package name. Okay.
Yep.
As of now, just skip. There would be one new maybe lecture where we can discuss what is the package and what the package play a role in the Java language. Okay.
Okay.
So first things, let us go. You have started. Any doubt till now? Any question?
No.
So which editor are you using?
Notepad plus plus.
Okay, and both.
Yes.
Okay. So where you can you are able to compile code and run code.
We run it on a command prompt.
Okay, that's true. Whatever good, but that is also good part, but if actually I am using the IntelliJ editor, or you can use any editor as well as if you feel any comfortable with Notepad or Notepad plus plus, I have not any concern. Okay, here editor option, just right click and run the code. Your code is done. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So till now you know how to write the hello world. There is no problem. Okay.
No problem in that.
Both are this level is okay. So let's start our topics. Today we are going to talk about uh, array. Okay. So
Yep.
first question we have to discuss why need array. Okay. What is the purpose? Until you don't know the purpose, not make any sense. Okay.
Yep.
So let's visit the official website of the Java and I explain. So in the meeting invites, I have share one links. Okay, both of you. So this is the official website of Java as a programming language. Whatever the things I'm going to teach, that will cover from this website only. Okay.
Okay.
And you are talking about the array. So let us look where is the array package in Athens.
Like the website you have opened, is it the Java API?
No, this is the Java tutorial. You can say not the Java API.
So what's the difference between Java tutorial and the Java API?
Java API is the look like my API just like documentation where say what set of method Java offer and what is the input and what is the out, what kind of a parameter they are expecting API. Okay.
Okay.
API means what list of Java as a class, Java as a method offered to the developer. Let
Okay,
us
like
see
like
here.
what of the classes are already present in Java?
Yes, right. Let's get this is the system class, or this is the system class. What system class do you want to study something about this class, or about the println method? You want to do what println method do? So these are the Java API. If I want to know what is the println method do, okay. So this is the
Okay.
this out. Let's I'm out. Uh, one. So here, whatever your output looking like, my mouse is here, visible to you. 1 minute. So whatever this output you are taking, like this is the java.io.println, right? And this is the public void print method, right? And this will take one input output s. So this is the Java doc, yeah, Java API. Java API means Java offer java.io. This is your package name. This is your class name. Print string is a class. Println is a method name. So this combination of which set of methods and classes offered by Java, that is known under the Java API. Okay. So Java
Okay.
of huge set of API, right? API means just class name or interface, and what are the methods they are offered to you, right?
Yep.
API means a set of class name or interface name, and in the class name, generally Java offers set of methods, right? You know what is the methods or function?
Yep. Like the methods have some functions to perform.
Yes. So any class, Java, any class offers some set of functions. Okay. Those set of functions known as a Java API. Okay.
Okay.
Let us example here, our one class print string. This is the one class Java. And they are offer a function like println, which are printing output, right? So this is the one example of your Java API.
Okay.
Correct? Which we are using for printing any message. We are using the println, right? So println is a function. Generally, Java say this is a method, right? This will
Yep.
take input here. Input is hello words. Whatever you are typing here, they will print in the output, right?
Yep.
So this is the kind of API. API means just know the class name, which class offer which method for the Java developer.
Okay.
Is it correct?
Yep.
Yes. So let us. So let's say you have a variable like int, age. So this is the syntax of creating a variable. This is your data type's name, or this is your variable name. Correct?
Very well. Yep.
And you can also sometimes say your let's key ID. equal to 23, right? So these are the variable. Maybe age variable you can just declare, but not initialize with the value. This is the variable integer ID you declare and also initialize. Correct? So whenever you are storing only one value, like in this case ID one, yeah, age I want to store like a 5, yeah, 25, 45. So when you are going to store only one value, you need only one variable, right? Let us, I want to store the age of 5 people. Okay, so we have to declare 5 variables, right? Maybe age 1, age 2, age 3, age 4, right?
Yep.
Have a different age. Okay. Okay, so here what I have now our needs, we have to store age of 5 people, right? So generally we have to declare 5 variable. In Java, each variable store only one value. Is it correct?
Yep.
But our requirement, I want to store 5 people age. So instead of declaring this 5 variable, we can declare only one variable. Let's like integer age and we can store all the values somehow. So this is the need of array. Array data structure say when you want to store one value or two value or three value or 10 value, how many number of value. So array is the kind of a data structure which allow to store more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 value. Here you cannot
Okay.
type like this, but this. Compiler doesn't allow because the definition of variable store only one value. Correct? So you cannot store multiple value. So this requirement is fulfilled by your array. So array offer a facility you can store or save more than 1, 2, 3, 4 value, whatever you want. Correct?
Yep.
So first we have to, for learning anything in the Java, you have to first understood how the particular array declare. Okay. Second thing, how you have to learn how array initialize, right?
Yep.
Look like here I have declared this is the way variable declared this way. How to initialize? Similarly in Java, the array as a data structure which are holding value. In this case, if you are using only one variable, this means they are stored only one value, whatever you are declaring. Similarly, array is a kind of data structure which hold all these value, maybe more than. So array look like this is the one kind of here. This is the array. They store value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, whatever the value you want. Right?
Yep.
Sometime you want to store the integers, or sometime you want to float value, sometime you want to store the string value, sometime you want to is boolean value. So you can create array of any data types. Array of maybe integer, array of maybe float, array of double, array of string, array of boolean. Array is simply is the collections of multiple value. So array offer a facility where we can hold more than one value of a specific data types, right?
Yep.
So let us think how we can declare array. So syntax of array declaring, you type data types, let's integer data types, your variable name, let's I want to age, and you have to specify the curly braces, right? But here you have to specify the age of, I want to store the age for the 5 people. or age for the two people. You have to specify some size here. So let us, I'm going to specify I want to store the one age that hold the
4 values.
y. Okay. This is the one way. But whenever you are declaring any uh, array data structure, you have to initialize. So how to initialize? Equal to, and you give some new keyword, new,
Int.
and here specify your. So this is the way you can declare your array. So you are saying ki, I am going to create array data structure age, the data types int. That means the age are going to store integer number of 4 value or 5 value, whatever you want, right? And
Sir,
so
can you please repeat that?
yes, here first this is the data types. This you are going to declare age is the one array data types that is hold the integer value. But you also have to specify how many values they are going to store. I am saying they are going to store 4 value. Okay, and this is the new keyword that just used to initialize in Java array known as a one object. Java array consider is the one object. So in Java, creating any object, you have to use the word keyword new. New means they are going to create new four memory space in your heap memory, in Java memory. Okay, so new keyword used to allocate memory. Okay, so this keyword says new int of 4 means I am going to create four continuous space where you can hold only integer value. Here you can store integer value, integer value, integer value, integer value.
Okay. So if we write just int age bracket 4, what does that mean?
This means till now just declare.
Okay, so we just declare the array of age.
Yeah. In Java, this is very one basic concept in data types. Let's you declare variable x here. Okay, you cannot use x variable here until you cannot give them some value. Right?
Okay.
This is the basic rule of your Java. If you are declaring any variable until you are not initializing with, you cannot use them. Compiler give you the error. Okay. So due to
So
that,
whenever we need to initialize any array, like we created int age bracket, we declared the array that the age is a array. So when we need to initialize this, so we
yes,
write this by is equal to new the
yes,
same data type int or string anything.
yeah, yes. Here, these are data type this and this you can change. Correct.
Okay.
Here you can maybe want to float. So here you can change float, but here you want to also mention float. Okay.
Okay.
Here are two variable initialize. Similarly, like in this variable, you can first declare and then initialize. Initialize means ki x equal to you specify some value. This is the initializer. Now your compiler happy. Compiler know ki x is now 8. Similarly, for array, you declare, but you cannot use until you cannot assign some value. Right? So how we can initialize value? Whenever you are declaring like a array of 4 value, okay, this 4 value. So Java internally for each area, each area this, each area this, each area this, Java give our indexing. So Java say this is the 0 position, this is 1 position, this is 2 position, or this is 3 position,
3.
right? So whenever you are going to store some value here, store some value here, store value some here, you have to use this index. So this is known as a Java index, array index. So array always work on the basis of index concept. Index is nothing, just a numbering of position. That number start from 0. Correct?
Okay. Yep.
So let us. So here how to initialize. So here you say age of 0 equal to, let us say, 10. Age of 1 equal to 30. Age of 2 equal to 90. Okay. Now this is the way you can store value in array. Here you can declare variable, okay? You can initialize variable and then you can use the value. Similarly, now here you can use the value like age of 2. What is the age of 2? This will take age of 2, 0, 1, 2. This will display 90. Right?
Yep.
I want to check the age of one position. You can get the one value as a 30. Right? So
Yep.
here the way you can declare, and this is the way you can initialize, and this is the way you can use. Right?
Yep.
So Java also offer the concise code. Instead of writing this 4 line, Java say if you know this value before, I know I want to store 20 or 30 and 90. So you can write this 4 line of code in 1 line as well as. So you can say write this way like in age, and you can say here this curly braces and put all the value, whatever you want. And this declaration can be left hand side or can be right hand side. You can declare here as well as. Both are allowed. So you can declare this array position maybe with a variable, after variable, or before variable as well as. Is it clear?
Okay,
So now,
Yep.
can you please repeat that? Like, why we use brackets after int? What is the difference between when we put the brackets after age or after int?
so there, here no differences. Only the different way Java offer you can define the variable. Here you can define age variable. First, you want to just this age variable is the array. How to indicate the compiler? You have to give the curly braces. This is the curly braces. Maybe you can give after the variable, or maybe you can give before the variable. Both options Java support.
Okay.
Okay, this is the two way where you can declare variables. Similarly, there are two way where you can initialize the value. Here we know this is the we have a 3 value, we have 4 value, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So this syntax can be reduced in 1 liner as well as. So whenever you know previously I have a this data value I want to store in array. So even you don't need a new keyword, don't need the initialization. All the part automatic done in this way as well as. From this way, they also calculate the number of size. Here you have to specify the size 4, right? Here you have
Yep.
option age have a this is a property like a length. So here you can find out length. What is the age length? Is a 4. This is age
This
length is
is
a
the
4.
length method we are using,
4.
or
Length
length?
is property. Length is a property. Okay.
Okay.
And here let's see we have a okay. And here you call also age dot length. All the array have support one concept known as a property. Property is a length. ठीक है ना? Please, when you run it code, you'll find they automatically calculate they have a 7 element. Okay, and if you want to, let's see, oh, here, yes, I want to fourth position data. So this variable give the fourth position, whatever the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Okay, they will return 50, right?
Yep.
Till now, there is a question, any doubt?
No.
So this is the two-way where you can define array data structure. One way, you know all the value previously, so you can declare in this way. If you don't know the value, what is the value? Maybe I can don't know. Maybe after some time I want in a slice, right? Maybe this is input by the some online maybe command line, right? So when you don't know the what is the initial value, at that time you can declare array data structure in this way. When you already know these are the only fixed value, so you can declare your array in this way.
Like, sir, if we go to the first point where we write int age brackets is equal to new int 4. So when we write to print out, we just wrote int age bracket. So if we want to print out age dot length, so we will write age bracket dot length or
No,
simply
no,
age.
no. Always age is the variable dot length. Okay, don't write a bracket. Only you need a bracket when you want to access the element. Let's I want to access the element number 2. Then you
Okay.
bracket. So bracket are used to access the element. Okay.
Okay, so the name of array is just the age. When we write the brackets with it, it simply means that this is array.
Yes, just indication to the your Java compiler that this variable is the array.
Array. Okay.
And this is specify that we are going to store 4 value in this array.
Okay.
And this 4 value can be initialized later part. Here we are saying, hey compiler, this is age underscore variable is the types of array. But these are the fixed value. You can calculate the length and you can initialize with a new keyword. I am not initializing new. I am giving you the initial value.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You why is not this okay? Something problem. Okay. So till now, okay, what are the array and why need array?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I have created one detailed video about that. You can just watch this video, right? I'm sharing with you. Okay. I think you have both. No, you have this. Okay, good. So let's jump to the. We'll practice more about that. Sometime you want to, you know what is the loops concept? Something
Yep.
or loop?
Yeah.
Yeah. So generally, always array use in the form of loop. Generally, Till now, let's key I want to this value we can initialize from loop instead. So we can know in a for loop. Let us I equal to, let's start 1, and I less than I 10, and I plus plus, right? So you can initialize your array. Let's say I'm declare by the uh, array of b, okay, equal to new int of, let's say, 10 elements, right?
10.
So you can, right, you can initialize like here our b of positions. I is the variable. I start from 0, right? And you can initialize, let's see, I plus 100, okay, any calculation. So you are declaring one array data structure. B is the array types, and now you are initializing what? Oh, sorry, right?
Yes.
No, we yes.
So here, this is the way generally used the array initialization. In the loop, first position, second position, whatever the value you have, runtime calculated value you can store. And generally for accessing, printing the value, generally again use the similar kind of loop like here, same loop. And you can also just out print line and just say keep b of your I variable.
I.
So this is your array data structure. First you declare inside loop, you are making 10 loop, and the loop you can initialize with a value, whatever the I value plus 100, right?
Okay.
And now this array is already initialized, and you want to print in the loop. Again loop, you want to say print the value b of index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all. If you run internally, array always used in the form of loop, right? These are the values you are assigned, same are using. So let us, what happen if you not initialize the value here? Okay, let us you not initialize the value. I want to print this value. So you are getting
Would be 0. 0.
0. Why? Integer is by default 0, right? So please
Okay.
be, before using, you have to put some value, else you are getting nothing, right? So this is the
Yes.
way. First you declare where array, then put the value, means initialize the value. Third, you can use the value, means access the value.
Okay.
So what we just did, can you do that again? Explain. Like,
What
what
happened?
if we don't use the for loop?
Huh?
So we just get the string of 10 zeros.
Yes.
Like, why this happen?
Okay.
Because
You say this is the commented line.
yes,
And I run whatever. That is the run debug. So these 10 value I come, right?
Yep.
Here, here in this line, you say, hey compiler, create array of 10, right?
yes,
So here compiler create memory allocation for the 10 data types. You can specify these are the int, right? So int,
okay,
okay. So by default, all the value are 0 are initialized.
okay. So if we don't create anything by default until we not fill all the boxes are filled with zero position. Oh,
Only due to this line.
okay,
And if instead of the int we have the strings, so there would be null like the
Null.
boxes.
Yes,
There
let's
would be
change.
nothing in.
Yes, yes, let's a string and string, right? And just let's print it. You are getting none. right? So this is happened only due to this way. What happened? Let's you say, let's I commented this. Okay? What happened? If I commented this, then what happened? They say here we might not have initialized, right?
Yes.
Anyhow, before using, you have to initialize.
Okay.
Okay, still if you comment the code, it will okay, compiler okay, you have declared B is array data type, but you cannot use until you cannot initialize.
Okay.
The compiler is okay. Compiler doesn't say कि I'm unhappy. Compiler is happy. It's okay. And when you are going to use this, at that time compiler say I'm not happy because B is not initialized.
So like it, you mean to say that if we haven't initialized some variables, so we
We,
can't use that.
correct. We cannot use.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly here we have declared X variable. If you not initialize, you cannot use. Else compiler is happy. Compiler run the code. There is no any problem. Okay. Compiler, whenever unhappy, when you are going to use this, that is uninitialized value. So compiler say, oh, variable X might not have been initialized. Yeah, and you run this program, compiler will compile fail. X variable is not initialized, right? So
Okay.
compiler, when you are going to use this value, at that time complaining. If you are not using, compiler be happy. I have not any problem. Because you just declare here, might be later you can initialize. Similarly, in the case of array, here you can declare array, might be you can initialize later, not at the same time where here you can going to declare b equal to new string of 5. Okay? Compiler happy. Now you have declared, right? This is the one problem
Okay.
here. Let us, yes,
Sir, one question, like where we did the way you just use the comments for int I b of I is equal to I plus 100.
right.
Yeah, what is the difference between that for loop and the down which we use the system println? So that is
Here
just
we,
collecting the values
here,
of b.
here we are putting value inside the array, right? You are
Okay,
storing value inside the array, right? Here we are
okay,
getting the value, accessing value. Here you are storing the value in array. Here you are getting, accessing the value, right?
okay,
Here B of array, you can initialize this value, right? 100. Here you are just accessing from zero index position. What is the value of zero index position?
100.
Let us
yes,
example,
it's 100.
right? What happened if you declare the size of 5 and you want to access more than 5 elements? Here I want to access 10 elements, right? But I have declared only initialize for 5 elements. Then what happened?
Then it will move just up to the
Yes.
5 box.
Here you say ki B is the array types and they have only 5 positions. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 0 position, 1 position, 2 position, 3 position, 4, and 5, right?
Fine.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry.
No, we did wrong.
If you are
Yes.
declaring 5, only 5 value can store here, right? Means position 0 to 4. Index should be maximum 4, right? Here you want to give a printing 0 position value, I of 0, this will returns. Again, I plus plus returns, I plus plus returns, I plus plus returns, I plus plus return. After 5, your loop going 10 times. 6, 7, 8, 9. But there is no any 6, 7, 8, 9. Compiler throw error. So please be ensured whatever size you have specified, the same number of size you can loop up. Let's run it. You are getting exception. Index 5 out of bound. length is 5. This length is only 5, but you want to access the other element as well as.
Okay.
So here generally preference way always use the array name b dot length. You know कि b have a, what is the length? Sometime 5, sometime 10, sometime 2. It will work fine, right? They are print all the 5 null value. So whenever you are using array in a loop, please use the array dot length property so that your loop cannot go more than the length of your declared array, right? If you declare they are two, so they are only 0, 1, 2 run. These are the more dynamic part, right?
Yeah.
So this is the some kind of glitches. Please be use. Let's say you take manually you're trying to say b of I want to access 4. There is no any 4 element in this array. You have declared only 2. It will throw exception. Array bound of exception means ki array have
So
only
it will show error if we write p of 4, or
yes. This will come runtime error. This is error name is the array index out of bound exception. Index 4 is out of length 2. You have declared only 2 array length, but you want to access fourth value, right? Your array declare we have only 2 value, right? 0 and 1. But you are trying to access, give me the fourth element. There is no any fourth element. So compiler gives this is the error. Array index out of bound exception. So these are the some pre-check. Even you cannot say I want to give here like a 0 position, it's okay. 0 have, not a problem. Even you cannot give any negative value here. So please be note that array position start from 0, 1, 2, 3, only positive number. You cannot pass any negative number here. And even you cannot pass any other than the length number. So
okay.
always try to use b dot length property before accessing any value from array. Right?
Yeah.
One way instead for loop is that generally let's see here we can initialize somehow some value. Let us just try comment it out here. And here I say equals instead of 5. So here use always b dot length. Okay. And here up here you notice that the compiler not happy because b is the data type of string. And here you are assigning the integer value. So integer value cannot assign to your string value. So you have to convert somehow. This is the string. So let us just convert to the string. So string class offer just value of function, right? You can convert value, right? And now you can get
Like I have one question. Like
yes,
sometimes in an examples we put the empty commas and plus I plus 100 like instead of string dot value of.
yes,
So is
yes.
that
Java.
correct?
Yeah, correct. This is also one way. Instead of writing this way, you can write first write double quote and then plus. It will work. Here, double quote is a string, and this is the plus is the concat operation, right? So these values are appended in the string, and now final become a string. It will work.
Okay.
This is the both way. Okay, and sometime you can also this way. One other way to access the for loop, like this is the your array. So you can write just here a string any temp yeah b. This is another way, and s out just t. Just give the name as a refactor this code. Okay. So here, to one option, you can manually use index by zero and then plus plus plus, right? Another way to access your array using this enhanced for loop. Here you say this is the B array types of string. So all the value you are getting only string. Just assign to the T variable and print it.
Okay, we just assign the whole array B to a
No,
single T.
no. It's not a concept. It's a concept like this way. This is your B array. Okay, B array have a 5 element, right? So
Yes.
here T at a time, first time hold your first position value and you print here. Next time this B hold T hold new value. Next time T hold new value. New value are in slicing to the T. You are printing the T,
Okay.
right? So,
So
so this
how
is
we
the
will come to know at how much time T will go, like,
B is go either length. So this is the manual way. You say कि this loop go inside the length. But this syntax say कि I know this is the B. I know what is the
okay.
length. You don't know.
Okay.
Just specify which data types this is. If this is the int data types, you have to mention here int. If this is the float, you mention float. One by one value I assign, compiler assign to it.
Okay, like sir, I have one question. We have been taught like the for loops, like the we have used above in the line 40. So
Hmm.
for firstly we have to initialize a variable, then we have to write the
Hmm.
condition, and then we have to
Hmm.
write the what means after
Increment,
running the
decrement.
for loop,
Yes,
increment decrement.
increment. Right.
So we are aware about this, but we haven't did this like we have did in
Yes.
the line 44.
Yes, this is the only happen in the case of array. If you're not array, you cannot do.
Okay.
If you have a array data type, then you can do. Else, if you're not array, you cannot do this way.
So here in this line, 44 line, you mean to say that string, there is an array T, and the
Yes,
first at the index of the array T, it would have the same value as of the B array, and the index similar as the index 1, 2, 3. So
yes.
one
Similarly,
in
this is the
okay,
similar kind of array index. A T refer always first time zero position value, second time this position, second time this position.
okay,
Okay. Until your length is not. So this is internally compiler do some like same this way. Whatever code written this, you can return this. Internally, compiler do your this way, right?
okay.
So this is the different flavor you should know, right?
Yes.
So this is the related to the array till now. Any question? Now you have a 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think? Any till now, any doubts? Any questions? Also,
And
in through this array concept, I have shared one video. Just go through that video, right? And look your books or look your tutorial materials and read array. And after reading, if you have any doubt, any question, just note down. Study. We have tomorrow. We'll discuss again, right?
okay.
And if concept is not clear, you cannot move to the next part, right?
Yep. Like while doing this, one thing came to my mind.
Yes.
Like we have did the array of objects. So I
Right.
have the problem in the objects, means how to create the array of the objects.
I'm not getting your
So
phone. This is array of object. String is the
like that,
object.
like it is object. Like sometimes we create like some of the like we means I took uh, we create any another class like uh, I issued some books from the library. So
Okay.
we have created like the bundle one.
Let's
Like I
we
have
have
me
created
student
one class book. Okay.
like
Book
one stack. Stack one
and
have like 5 books.
yes, you can create this way, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Book this works.
Okay. So to
Here,
how to fill it?
you can fill similarly. Here, you know, book initialize the new book
Yeah.
this way, and then it works.
Okay.
Okay.
So means at I position we have the book like
Yes.
some
Book.
ABC, and on
Yes.
position 2 it would be XYZ.
Uh,
So
let, yes. Here you can just create one variable. Okay. Oh, sorry, you are not using Java 7. Let's look name. Okay. So here you can pass book name. Let's key book underscore plus I variable. Okay.
okay.
You can initialize all the book and you can get all the book.
Okay.
Here you have to override the toString method.
Okay, and sir, I also want to know about the this dot. You have used this dot name.
Hmm.
We haven't used this.
Yes, yes, we have to use this keyword also in the one lecture. Okay, if you have to
Okay.
just change this, it will work also.
And instead of creating the instance variable like the string name, we are using the private string name over here.
Yes, that I have not any concern. You can do. We have to
Okay.
discuss each and everything. We have to just note down all the topics. We will discuss each and everything. Right?
Okay.
Lucky, this is the way
Okay,
you can.
sir. When we come back tomorrow, I need to understand again what we just did now
Yeah.
about the
First, you go
B
through
array,
the
the book.
complete. Yes, yes. Detail you have to go. First, read out the basic concept of array. How to you do some your code first. You write declare some variable, initialize this way, initialize this way, get this way. Do some homework. Okay, write some two
Okay.
three four program. I'll look tomorrow. Okay, आप मुझे
Okay.
दिखाएंगे लैपटॉप पे, ठीक है, ये क्या क्या आपने किया है. Until you are not doing, you are not feeling comfortable.
सिंपली हमने सर वैसे ही फिल करना है जैसे हमने आज किया क्लास में.
यस यस, एक दो सैंपल बना के आप करके देख लीजिएगा. राइट.
ओके.
Okay.
ठीक है सर.
So tomorrow,
Thank you. Sir.
please note all the questions related to the array. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Here,
sir.
let's
Thank.
you can create the array of let's key age, and just you want to figure out average array or total array. You can perform something, right?
Okay.
Some operations like you want to all the age, sum of the all the employee age. Okay. So let's next class we'll discuss more the assignment part. But today, the first lecture, you just know what is the array, how to declare array, how to initialize array, how to access array. इसका आप practice करेगा. कोई doubt, any questions, we have to discuss tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.